So if you've been following me for a while now, you know that the last couple of years I've been leaning very heavily on my Belroy Adventure Sling bag. It's been one of the most phenomenal bags, and I still absolutely love it. But earlier this year, I had a chance to connect with Lincoln over at Hung Supply, and he was nice enough to send me over the Sidewalk Sling to give it a test run over the summer. So this is my initial impressions after using it for 6 months now. I've used it for a variety of different shoots. I've used it skateboarding. I've used it for doing portrait stuff. I've used it for just regular photo walks and day-to-day stuff. Um, so yeah, 6 months in, this is how it's been going. One of the things that really quickly stood out to me is just how well put together the bag is. It's got these really nice chunky zippers, as well as just this really great Cadora fabric. Um, it does have a pretty skinny strap, which I thought was going to bother me, but I actually haven't found it to be the case as much as I would have expected. There have been a couple times where I've had a lot of things loaded into my bag and I felt like this was a little heavy, but it's been a rare occasion more than I thought it would be. The strap itself is actually really neat. It comes apart, and then in the bag, they actually send you some options to use those strap pieces or use the strap as a strap for your camera. So you could be, in travel, in transit, using the bag to get from place A to B, and then you can set the bag down and use the strap for a camera strap later if you needed to. Um, the back is pretty comfy. This kind of like breathable material here. I don't actually typically put anything in this back pouch. This front pouch tends to just have some business cards in it from me that I just throw away there. All of the magic really happens kind of inside the bag here with one of my favorite features, which is the Hung Supply logo here that also includes all of the film speeds, shutters, and apertures, as well as the conditions for getting Sunny 16 just right. Um, Sometimes it's nice to have a little reminder when you're out in the field and you're in the action. So when it comes to the inside of the bag, I've really enjoyed having just a single divider in here. There's little stretchy pockets here on the side as well as on this side, and then the back has additional pockets, one of which contains a sewn in cloth to clean lenses. For the most part, I've been carrying my Leica M in this bag. So here I have the Leica M246 monochrome with the 28 1.4 from Typoc. So I've been carrying this a lot lately, and it fits in here quite comfortably even with the hood on, and I can stuff that in there. And then the other thing that I've been carrying as well has been my M2 along with my 50 millimeter Summicron. See that here. I'll pop this guy off. There we go. So that's the M2 with the 50 Summicron. You can see it fits in there with room to spare. So that means that I can stuff in my light meter, and then I've got these great little cases that hold 2 slots of film each, and they can fit in here quite well too. So I could put all this stuff in here in one run and be able to go out and shoot for hours and hours or days and days, depending on what I'm doing. Zips up nice and comfy cozy. And this is probably as much as I would carry in here. I think too, they talk about how you could carry like a small or like a medium format, like a Hasselblad 500 cm in here, and that would work really well. But I am a big Leica fan, so M2, 246, and some accessories. Overall, I've been super happy with the way this bag is held up. You can see, like, even though I've used this bag very regularly, multiple days a week for 6 months now, like there's a little bit of wear here on the edges, as well as places where it might have rubbed into things. But for the most part, this bag still looks practically brand new, and it still functions phenomenally well. One of the things that I really liked about this bag too is that with everything in it, you can wear it on your back like you might typically do. can also, typically when I'm skating, I like to put the bag in the front, and then I can just kind of hold this with one arm and push. And I really found that to be very comfortable. Um, and then too, like if you get tired of carrying it like that, you can also sling it on one arm and push around like that, which is really nice. It's nice to have flexibility in your bag system. It also comes with these little loops here on the front as well as on the side. I stuck a little Leica badge on there, as well as Hung Supply provided these key hooks. And I use this just for randomly holding onto things, especially like if I'm out during the day and I get tired of holding on to my light meter. I can always clip the light meter onto here, and then it's easily accessible as I'm going. Yeah, so even after 6 months of daily use, this camera bag has been phenomenal. I use it very regularly. I take it on a lot of shoots, a lot of photo walks, for day-to-day adventures and things like that. It fits the two cameras perfectly well. It could also fit like a Hasselblad in here quite well itself by just removing the centerpiece here, which is just Velcroed in. Um, yeah, I mean, I also put in my Hollyland mics on occasion, especially if I'm out in the field trying to do something, or like this little MagSafe thing that I can clip my phone onto walls and get some shots of me walking around. And for the money and knowing that it's going to like a small company, Lincoln, just over there in Australia, it's a phenomenal bag, and I definitely think it's worth supporting. Thanks so much for watching. Check you guys out in the next one.